Do's and don'ts when traveling in Europe. Essential tips for your trip. Welcome to our ultimate guide to the do's and don'ts of traveling across Europe. Whether you're planning to visit the iconic landmarks in Paris, explore the hidden gems of Eastern Europe, or indulge in the culinary delights of Italy and Spain, there are a few things you need to know before you go. We've put together some of the most practical tips and real-life advice that will help you navigate your journey with confidence, respect the local culture, and make the most of your European adventure. So sit back, relax, and let's jump right in. Do number 1, plan your itinerary wisely. First up, make sure to plan your itinerary wisely. Europe is an incredibly diverse continent, with so many countries, cities, and experiences to choose from. It can be tempting to pack as many destinations as possible into a short trip, but trust us, quality beats quantity here. Choose a few must-see cities or regions and spend a little more time in each to really get a feel for the culture and lifestyle. Consider mixing up your destinations by including both big cities like London or Berlin and smaller, less touristy spots like Bruges or Cinque Terre. Do number 2, learn basic local phrases. Do yourself a favor and learn a few key phrases in the local languages of the countries you're visiting. Knowing how to say hello, please, thank you, and goodbye in languages like French, Italian, German, or Spanish can open doors and break the ice with locals. It's not just about the words, it's about showing respect for the culture. Europeans appreciate when travelers make an effort to speak their language, even if it's just a few words, and it can make your interactions much more positive. Don't number 1, assume everyone speaks English. One of the most common mistakes tourists make is assuming that everyone in Europe speaks English fluently. While English is widely spoken in many major cities, especially in tourist areas, it's not guaranteed in smaller towns or rural regions. Plus, not everyone is comfortable speaking English, even if they understand it. When you're traveling, it's always a good idea to ask politely if someone speaks English before launching into a conversation. And if they don't, those basic phrases we mentioned earlier will definitely come in handy. Do number 3, respect cultural differences. Respecting cultural differences is a must when you're exploring Europe. Every country has its own unique customs, traditions, and way of life, and what's considered polite in one place might be seen as rude in another. For example, tipping etiquette varies from country to country, and what you wear might need to be more modest when visiting religious sites. Do a bit of research on cultural norms for each place you're visiting to avoid unintentional faux pas and show respect to the local community. Don't number 2, overschedule your trip. Don't overschedule your trip. It's easy to get excited and fill every minute of your day with activities, but the truth is that the best travel memories often happen when you have the flexibility to go with the flow. Leave some gaps in your schedule for spontaneous moments, like stumbling upon a local festival, taking a detour to a beautiful viewpoint, or just relaxing at a charming cafe with a good book. Travel isn't just about ticking off a list of attractions. It's about soaking in the experience and living in the moment. Do number 4, use public transportation. Europe's public transportation system is one of the best in the world, so definitely take advantage of it. Trains, buses, trams, and metro systems are not only affordable, but also highly efficient and connect you to even the most remote parts of the continent. Whether you're zipping between cities on a high-speed train or using the metro to get around town, public transportation is often faster and cheaper than renting a car or taking taxis. Plus, it's a great way to see the local lifestyle up close. Don't number 3. Ignore local tipping etiquette. Understanding the local tipping etiquette in each country you visit is really important. Unlike in the US, where tipping is expected in most service industries, tipping customs in Europe vary greatly. In some places like France, a service charge is usually included in the bill, while in countries like Spain and Greece, it's common to leave a small tip if the service was exceptional. Always check what's customary in each country to avoid over-tipping or under-tipping. Do number 5. Keep an eye on your belongings. Europe is generally very safe, but like any tourist destination, pickpocketing can be an issue in crowded areas like train stations, famous landmarks, and busy markets. Make sure to keep an eye on your belongings at all times. Wear a money belt or use anti-theft bags. Keep your valuables close to your body, and avoid flashing expensive items like jewelry or electronics in public. Being vigilant about your belongings can save you a lot of trouble and ensure that your trip remains worry-free. Don't number 4. Overpack your luggage. Overpacking is one of the most common travel mistakes, especially for first-time visitors to Europe. Keep in mind that you'll often need to carry your bags up and down stairs at train stations, onto buses, or even along cobblestone streets in historic city centres. Pack light and only bring the essentials to make your journey more comfortable and hassle-free. It's always better to have a small, manageable suitcase or backpack than to struggle with oversized luggage. Those are our top do's and don'ts when traveling in Europe. Remember, the key to a great trip is being prepared, staying flexible, and respecting the local culture. Europe has so much to offer, and with these tips, you're all set to make the most of your adventure. If you found these tips helpful, don't forget to like this video, leave us a comment with your own travel experiences, and subscribe to our channel for more travel tips and guides. We can't wait to see where your next journey takes you. Safe travels!